welcome to the Happy Gaijin. I had to think, what on earth was that? Welcome to the Happy... What on earth is going on? That's pretty cool. Sorry guys, but I've never ever seen that do that. I didn't know that gestures did things. Did you know that, everyone? Anyway, welcome to the Happy Gaijin. I'm Nathan. I'm basically a professional tourist to Japan. Is what I feel like. It feels that I'm a professional tourist to Japan. But anyway, my aim really is to help you guys in terms of getting a community together that can help each other. I'm not the know-it-all. There's plenty of people in the chat that have plenty of incredible insights and advice, but we're here on Wednesdays to just hang out, talk about Japan. And I wanted to start with something straight off the bat. I've just been reading an article from the Japan Times, and I wanted to start with this article because this article has made me laugh. How delusional I feel that Japan sometimes is. You see what I mean? You'll see what I mean anyway. Hope you can all hear me, right? Anyway, I'll get to the chat now in a moment. But yeah. Anyway, so I was reading this article. Obviously, the whole hype of the Shinkansen prices going up has been, very much in the forefront of the news. I put out a video recently, anyway, about that, an updated JR Pass guide, which actually seems to be doing okay, and I've had quite a positive, very positive feedback in regards to that video. It was obviously the right time to put out an updated video in that regard. It's a hot topic right now, isn't it? So I wanted to read this along with you guys, with all of you guys, because it really is something to sort of like, I don't know. I'd love to know your thoughts on this, basically, is what I'm saying. So Shinkansen rail prices saw 70% for tourists. By the way, this is from the Japan Times, and I do recommend, obviously, to give the site some traffic, right? So yeah, basically, very rough, very quick. Tourists, Japan will pay more for the Japan Rail Pass. Blah de blah de blah. We all know this. The Japan, but this is what I like to what I want to read. It says the JR Group of 6 train operators contends that previous fares were set when there were fewer Shinkansen destinations, and that higher prices are justified with services extending into the northern regions. The JR network covers over 19,000 kilometers across the archipelago. It says here, we never raise the prices other than making slight adjustments during consumer tax hikes. Fine, said Koki Mizuno, a spokesperson at Central Japan Railway, or JR Central. System upgrades made over the years, such as introducing online seat reservations and the ability to use automatic ticket gates, hasn't been reflected in past prices, he added. All things I agree, I think that there should have been a price increase for the record. However, the way that they've, as we discovered on Sunday, the way that they've sort of priced things makes it a little bit hard. Travelers now have the option to pay an extra fee to ride the Nozomi and Mizuo, the fastest bullet train services, instead of being limited to the slower ones making more stops. Residents of Japan aren't allowed to purchase blah de blah. We know this. All right. So this is what I wanted to highlight. There's 2 examples here, 3 examples that I want to look at. First of all, this one's from, I guess, somebody, I don't know from whom, but it says, first of all, I think it's completely out of context, because obviously this person has just used the JR Pass under the old prices. But let's read the quote. It's a screaming deal, said Rachel Wright, who visited from San Francisco with her husband to celebrate his 30th birthday. They went to Kyoto, Osaka, Hiroshima, Gifu, and Ishikawa prefectures, as well as Hakone, a hot spring area in Kanagawa Prefecture close to Mount Fuji. over 16 days using the 21-day pass. They bought the ticket before the fare increase, okay? So remember this, and said they'll still consider purchasing the new priced passes. Not if they watch my videos, maybe not. They say, even if you don't save money, it's very convenient because you just slide in and go anywhere, she said. Before, a round trip on the bullet train from Tokyo to Osaka cost roughly the same as a week-long pass. So there are going to be some of those sort of like customers that maybe have the money and don't care. But I think that this is, I mean, that trip that they would have done under the new prices would not be worth even the pass at all. It would make a saving not using the pass, especially going to such few places. The price increase may have an impact on other travel options, including, according to Bloomberg intelligence analysts, some visitors may shift to low-cost carriers, including Jetstar and All Nippon Airways Peach, for long-distance intercity travel. Given that airfares can cost between 10% and 70% less than regular train tickets. And basically, an Australian visiting with a family of 5 may fit that criteria. Hone, who toured Tokyo, Osaka, Hiroshima, and Kyoto on a recent trip, said she would rather buy individual tickets because it wouldn't make sense to buy passes at the new higher price. Okay, so we have that kind of traveler too, but this is where things become really interesting and funny, in my opinion. Wong said that trains could maintain a strong edge over airlines for short to medium distance trips. Perhaps I agree. While traveling by air is less efficient due to airport access and dwell time, and with most dollar cost savings, this is the thing that made me laugh. Asked whether there were any concerns of losing customers due to the hike, JR Central's Mizuno said it continues to be a good deal. So, team, do you think it continues to be a good deal? Because currently I can't see any way of it actually being a good deal. I would love to interview this Mizuno and ask for some itineraries where he can prove to me that it actually can be a good deal for the majority of travelers. Anyway, that's just to start on a little bit of an interesting note. Maybe get some feedback in the chat, and I'm going to go straight to the chat now. Say hello to everyone as always, as we always do, and yeah. So very quickly, we have Mark. Good evening. The pilot lad. Hey, thanks for being here, dude. Japan is here. Awesome. Dying Girl is here also. And Ro the Evil is also here. I'm just going through basically who's here. The pilot lad, I wonder what that spends there in a month on average, since I plan to stay there a longer period. You can check out one of my older videos, by the way, what I did where I actually did a breakdown of what I spent. I think it was in a 2-week trip, more or less. Immediately feeling 20 years younger. I don't know. After a jog, I don't feel that great. But yeah, Nathan discovers something new. What was it? Was it this? What? What is going on? That is something new also that I didn't know. I didn't know you could do that. What? I did this before, didn't I? What? Oh my goodness, I'm discovering new things I didn't know I could do, and now that's pretty cool, because if I get a super chat or if I get a PayPal donation or whatever, I now have the monkey sound, and I can do, what was it, this maybe? What was it? What did I do before? This. That's pretty cool. Sorry, sidetrack there. Yeez, yeah, 70% is crazy. Dragged back to Japan in December, Towada is always happy to go to Japan. I ride all the time, but I just pay like a local. Is it a JR Pass thing? Hey, Philippe, how's your jet lag? Have you sort of got back into it? Yes, JR Pass. Little Big Sis, hello everyone. Archipelago, there you go. What did I say? We noticed too, Philippe. Howdy, Bojo Pigeon. Why purchase 21-day pass when you're in Japan for 16 days? Because previously, you could get a 21-day pass and it was actually worth it, even if it was for 16 days, basically. But now, you could do with 14 days, I guess. Yeah, I say potentially. Something was deleted. I don't know why. Maybe you put I hate. It continues to be a good deal. No, it doesn't. FFSJR are blind. This is what made me so fun. It made me laugh when I was reading that. I was actually like I laughed out loud the first time round. I was like, when it said it continues to be a good deal, I was like, in what world, in what planet does it continue to be a good deal? Because I haven't found any way of making it a good deal at the moment. And everything seems to be, every single time that I read an article, they keep on blaming the fact that the yen is so weak. Sounds like crap indeed, Dying Gold. By the way, I'm really hyped for the next video this weekend. It's going to be a Ibisu Dying Gold collaboration, me and Dying Gold in Ibisu, where he takes me to, I think, 3 or 4 or maybe 5 different locations that were superb, had incredibly unique beers like nothing that I've ever experienced before, and I had an amazing guide, which was basically Douglas, who took me around and showed me his neck of the neighborhood that he knows very, very well. And I think it's going to be a really great video for those of you who do like having a little bit of a drink in Tokyo, because definitely Ibisu is the area to go for beer, and hopefully I can point you all in the right direction when it comes to that. So looking forward to it. I think it's probably 60% edited now. I've played with the introduction about 4 times. I put a little snippet of an introduction on the Discord group. By the way, if you're not in the Discord, it's a great place to hang out. But I've changed that one ever since. Just trying to find the right formula. I know that the beginning of videos are so crucial and important for traction. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, it was a fun video to make, regardless of the outcome of how it performs. No, it's not a good deal because you say it is a good deal. People do not bow because they tell them to bow. I guess if they lived in the Shinkansen, the pilot lad, maybe if they lived in the Shinkansen indeed. Bojo Pigeon, it's become more of a challenge to find a way to make it worth the price, at least for the way I travel. I agree. Totally. Wait a minute. Why isn't the chat coming out here? Damn it. Oh. Okay, guys. Sorry, I wasn't highlighting the chat. But now, the peace sign. That was it. That's why I was saying you're now feeling 20 years younger after figuring it out. Yeah, indeed. Peace sign and thumbs out. I wonder what else I can do. So I've done I did the peace. What was this before? No, this. This is like a confetti. Oh yeah. Then this is what? Fireworks. Okay, I need to remember these things. What else did I do? Hands. Does this do anything? Does it do anything? No. Does this do anything? I'm trying to figure out. What? I don't know. Something happened there. Man, we men are easy to make happy, aren't we? Yeah, we are so happy. We are so easy to please. That's a big secret to any travel, being rich. Why would you worry about costs of airline if you could afford your own private jet? Indeed. So if it's cost more for a rail pass, it wouldn't bother that person. Indeed. Tawada, I'm sorry about the deleted messages, but I don't know. Nightbot sometimes it just doesn't like symbols. I don't know what the symbols are. I don't know why there's a warning. I apologize, Tawada. They're automatic and I can't do anything about it. Sweet. Yeah, really excited about that beer video. I've been watching it back, apart from a few places where I'm going to have to put subtitles because for some reason I had just got that. Remember, if you remember right, Dying Goal, I had literally just got that camera brand new. I think it was maybe the first project that I even used the camera with was with you, and I didn't know how to use a camera properly at the time, and a lot of the time I wasn't actually recording with the main microphones. So I'm just going to have to put subtitles because it's a little bit hard to listen to at points. Hi. I have to fix it. I don't know, Tawada, I don't know. I think it's silly to speak in Japanese and it seems like spam. I apologize. I don't know what's going on. Hello, I enjoyed your recent video and I can't wait to visit 10T and Village Vanguard. This is Nona, by the way. Hey, Nona. Yeah, I am. When are you going to Japan, Nona? Number one. And number two, yeah, I think 10T is a really unique, very easy, very casual. This is what I liked about when I went to that tea stand, is that it's super casual. Many times when you want to go to like a tea, it's not quite a tea ceremony, but many times when you want to go to sort of like a tea thing in Japan, it's this whole thing and it takes a long time. And this is literally very like in the center of Shino Kitazawa, and it's easy to get to, and it's, you know, half an hour, have a tea, it's nice. I have my Ajaya pass, but I'm thinking of taking a plane to Sapporo instead of taking the train for a couple of days trip to visit the Sapporo Museum and Brewery. You know what, Dan, I think, Nona, that might be a good way of doing things, as in, you know, start your JR pass from Sapporo and make your way down. That might be a really good way of doing it if you have the JR pass, by the way. And I agree with Dying Goal 100%. Head up to Otaru for beer and go to beer in Sapporo. And by the way, I have a video about Otaru. It's a really old video, but you can check it out. You search Ninja Mangi Otaru. Yeah. Peace gestures. I know, right? Wait a minute. I know. I will in the future just do it for donations, but for now I am totally like wowed by this. Totally wowed. Well, being advised by a worldly beverage and drinking establishment experts like the steamed Dying Goal, indeed, 100%. I am on OBS. I've been using OBS for a very long time now, for months and months and months. I recall, yeah, the new camera. Now I know how to use it. Now I know what all the symbols mean on the screen. Now I know when the microphone is plugged in and when it isn't, for example. Tawada is being risky with those words. Hey Lani, how you doing? I will be in Tokyo on the 16th. Awesome. But I like staying in Fuchu, but on the 17th and a couple of days visit areas in Tokyo. Nice one. Yeah, Otaru's a really nice place. It's got a really interesting... I'm not too much of a museum sort of person. I'm going to be totally honest. I'm not like a museum-y sort of person. I like natural history museums, maybe. I like potentially sometimes like fine art and like installation, modern art museums. But in Otaru, there is actually a music box museum, which is definitely worth visiting. The whole town, if I remember right, maybe Dying Goal can sort of like confirm this or not, but the whole town is like a music box town. There's even a giant music box clock in the center of the town, Otaru, that, if I remember right, it works off steam, or am I inventing that? I don't know. I'm inventing that. Hey Danny B, how you doing? My girlfriend loves tea ceremony, but I can't stand this. She makes me make things for her ceremonies. I can't seem to locate my new gimbal. What have you done with it, dude? When did you use it last? You back in Tokyo on the 15th until? You don't know. I'll be in Tokyo on the I'll arrive in Tokyo on the 29th, basically. and I fly back on the 4th of November. It's a very short trip this time round. I only have one, well, I have a few things planned, but I only have one sort of like trip out of Tokyo that I'm planning, and that is I'm going with Mariko and her husband. They're gonna drive me, and we're gonna stay overnight in Lake Kawaguchiko, basically, around the lake area, overnight. So hopefully, fingers crossed, there'll be a best Fuji spots video coming up. Or at least I'll be able to give you some advice about Fuji, you know. Lani just came home from work. Need to browse a fridge. Be right back. Hey Lani, on the note of fridges, hey, I need my Coke Zero. Kampai, Lani. Nice. So, Steam Clock is a sister city with Vancouver. Steam Clock is in front of the multi-story music box shop. I bought the gimbal back to LA. Never used it yet. Unboxing was going to be the first use, but I can't seem to locate it now. What? I'm sure it's going to be somewhere, right? It just has to be. Vancouver and Otaru have the same exact Steam clocks. Really? Whoa. That's pretty cool. Have to meet relatives again in Tokyo. I don't like Shinjuku, but they will drag me back there to Wada. What do you like? List me 5 things that you like in Japan. Kawaguchiko is awesome. Include Fujizakura Heights Brewery on the list, mate. Okay, send it to me on a private message later. And yeah, why not? Basically, the plan is gonna head up on the 1st of November, which I believe is a Wednesday at midday, because Mariko's husband is working in the morning, so they're gonna pick me up at midday, which isn't the most ideal, obviously, because it's better to go nice and early. But it doesn't matter because we're staying overnight. So it means we get to see the sunset. We also have the next day to explore the area. And I'm sort of leaving it in their hands, to be honest. They seem to know where they want to go and what they want to show me. But they are very keen on me giving them some sort of like a list of things that I want to see also. I've told them that I want to see obviously I want to see the shrine. I feel that as a tourism channel, I need to I need to visit that famous shrine in you know, the Kawaguchiko area. But they have their own favorite like sunrise spots and sunset spots for Fuji. So I'm just gonna go with the flow and let them sort of take me. I'm sure that it will be incredible. Anyway, it all depends on the weather also, doesn't it? I guess ultimately. My friend brought me to the Vancouver Steam Clock, but we stayed inside the car. It's in the druggy infested part of town. Really? Wow. I saw a report that Mount Fuji was being overtoured with tourists and damaging the mountain itself. Yeah, I know. I understood what you said. Slick with the kicks. Yeah, there are gonna be tourism sort of like caps in place for climbing Mount Fuji, which I think is sensible, and I think it's realistic, and I think it's a good thing to do. They're gonna be limiting the amount of people that can climb Mount Fuji on a daily basis. I think at the moment Mount Fuji is the most climbed mountain in the world, and I don't remember exactly. Let me see if I can find out how many people. I think it was 2,000 people a day. People climb Mount Fuji every day. Oh, sorry, 5,000 people a day. Even more than what I thought. So 5,000 people climb Mount Fuji every single day during the climbing period, and it might have even got even worse recently. And obviously the problem is when there's so much foot traffic, it's just naturally going to, erode paths, and there's naturally going to be trash. And I'm talking about, not just foreigners. I'm sure that something will drop out of somebody's pocket by accident. And there's 5,000 people, it sort of like accumulates, especially 5,000 every single day. That's a lot of people, right? Mount Fuji is in danger of losing its UNESCO status if it doesn't change. How is it going to change? How is it going to lose its UNESCO heritage site? It's impossible. It can't. I mean, it's a freaking mountain. You don't get a UNESCO site status for anything other than what it is. 5 things, or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know anything about UNESCO. We have a UNESCO heritage site here in Gibraltar. Let me give you a history lesson on my hometown. Interestingly, and there are some people that there are different theories here, but interestingly, basically, Gibraltar is one of the first places in the world where they discovered Neanderthal skulls, Neanderthal bones and Neanderthal skulls. And what happened was there's this cave here in Gibraltar called Gorham's Cave, and basically they discovered a skull, and they sent the skull to the British Museum in London, and it stayed in a vault there for a very long time, just sort of like chilling in a vault. And when they discovered the Neanderthal skull, the Neanderthal man in the Neanderthal Valley, it was then that the archaeologists and the scientists in London sort of said, wait a minute, we have that skull already. And they realized that the Gibraltar skull that had actually been discovered before the Neanderthal man was basically a Neanderthal or a predecessor of modern humans. So Neanderthal man was nearly Gibraltar woman, because it would have been a female. But it didn't happen like that. But anyway, we have the cave system here where they're constantly bringing out Neanderthal skeletons and whatever, and we keep on finding Neanderthal things here in Gibraltar. So we have that's a UNESCO heritage site, which is kind of interesting, I think. Please like the stream, by the way. So yeah, this Wednesdays are usually quite chill, and just a time for you to ask me questions, tell me where you're traveling to, maybe we can give you some direct feedback of some advice of places to stay, places to go, things to see, etc. Please introduce me to Neanderthal woman. Bet she can party. I don't know, man. You should see the look. The we have like a not a statue, but we have like a sort of, how do you say it? like a model of Neanderthal woman. Let me say that you don't want to be anywhere near that. I hope Neanderthal woman is single. Oh boy, I don't know. I wouldn't go anywhere near Neanderthal woman. It would be Gibraltar woman, but I wouldn't go anywhere near. I don't think so anyway. But I've heard the Neanderthals never left Gibraltar. There you go. Still sounds hot. Tying goal. A friend of mine just came back and her wallet was stolen in Tokyo, Yamanote Line. She thinks it was a Vietnamese guy. Interesting, Lani. How does she know it was stolen? I mean, I'm just asking questions. I say this 1,000 times, like I've said it so many times. Everybody thinks that Tokyo, Japan is safe, and it is, in comparison to other major cities for pickpocketing and for petty crime. You're pretty much very safe in Japan. However, It does happen. There is obviously there are pickpocketers and there are people out there, bad actors, as they say. You just need to be aware that you just don't want to be a statistic. So I keep on telling everyone, when you go to Japan, don't let your guard down, which is one thing that tourists do. They go to the land of the rising sun, they notice and they feel so at ease and they think it's so safe that they let the guard down. And when you let your guard down, a few things can happen. One, you can be a statistic and you can actually be involved in some kind of a crime, like a petty crime where they steal your wallet, etc. Or number two, you become so relaxed that you actually are not paying attention on your own belongings and you leave things behind in trains, you leave them on tables, etc. A lot of people, I think, end up losing things because they are so comfortable, they feel so safe that they're just not paying attention to their own like things. But yes, you need to 100% look at look after your stuff, because there are people out there, that you never know what they're gonna do. 40,000 years, 40,000 years old. I bet she has great pension. Some of the destinations planned on my next Tokyo trip: Odawara, okay. Kawagoe, okay. Kawagoe is really nice, it's really easy. Odawara is also nice, really easy to get to, really. Ichikawa, okay. Great. I haven't seen that episode. I'm gonna have to check it out. Sugar Mommy on the Rock, nice. You're gonna have to come and visit me, I've told you already. The Amazonians. Tokyo is utterly dangerous in Sanya district. Tawada, did you watch the video that I sent you? I sent you a link of the Sanya district. I was there with my friend Oriental Pearl. She did quite an interesting video talking about homelessness in Japan, which is something that does exist. And in fact, I was sitting in a coffee shop doing some editing on Sunday morning before I released the JR Pass video. I was doing some script writing, actually, before I filmed it, finishing the script. And I stayed quiet because I just didn't want to have a conversation with strangers. But there was randomly a group of men sitting a table away from me, and they were talking about Japan and how amazing Japan was because they knew how to deal with a homeless situation. They were just talking about Japan, and I was thinking to myself, little do they know who they're sitting next to. But I stayed quiet. I was listening to them, and as I was listening to them, it just made me realize how clueless people are, and how sometimes Japan is seen as a little bit of a Disneyland, as this perfect country. And in many respects, for a tourist, it is a perfect country for a tourist. You go there as a tourist, they treat you so well. It's a beautiful country. There's a great product for tourists. But below the surface, there's so many things going on socially, with homelessness, etc. There's one of them, just one example. Attenzione, pickpocket. Beware of places, bars, etc. that can run up your bill in mysterious ways. Indeed. Gotta go to work. No problem, dude. Thanks for being here. Snoo. I got snoo. Somebody please send me send me. Oriental Pearl is kind of strange. What do you mean she's kind of strange? She's my friend, Tawada. She's not strange. She's an awesome person who cares deeply for a lot of people. Yeah, they're getting there's lots of fake accounts. Unfortunately, I've been trying to help her with that. As the most attractive male with a snood by the most beautiful woman of Amazonia. Then the larger woman then the petite woman, and the large woman again. I need to see this, please, please, please. I am missing out. Ooh, so true. If you have to live in Japan, it's kind of terrible. Well, it depends also. I know somebody, I could tell you something. One of my friends from here, from Gibraltar, he's an accountant, and he was working for a big accountancy firm in London, and he ended up living in Tokyo for 2 years, working for one of the big accountancy firms, and he was living in Tokyo. He was actually living in Roppongi Hills. Surprise, surprise. And whenever I speak to him about Japan, he had the most amazing 2 years of his life. He literally did not leave Roppongi. Like, he literally stayed in Roppongi for 2 years, pretty much, with an expat community. Um, didn't make any Japanese friends. And I think that this is the reality for a lot of people who live in Japan. I think a lot of people who go to Japan as expats, they find an expat community, they stick to this expat community, and you can literally live in some areas in Tokyo and not know what on earth is going on. It's incredibly sad, but it's true. This is what my friend did for 2 years. Uh, he had a blast, but it happens more than you might realize. I understand that it can be a little bit difficult. I know it can be a little bit difficult, to make Japanese friends, especially when maybe you're working in an international company like he was. And I'm guessing that a lot of the people, especially in Roppongi, were Westerners. I guess it's very easy to fall into that trap. But yeah, snoo. I'll check it out. I'll check it out later. Japanichi man. I think I will be careful in Tokyo. I think you need to be careful anywhere you go. Really, you need to be streetwise. Like I said, there's always bad actors. There's always people out there. There's always going to be bad people, and I think the difference between London and Tokyo, for example, is that there's a much higher chance of you becoming a statistic in London. There's a much lower chance of you becoming a statistic in Tokyo in regards to like a crime, a petty crime. However, it can still happen. So you need to be alert. You need to make sure that you're safe at all times, Keep an eye on your stuff. I'm all the time checking my wallet. I'm all the time checking that my passport is in my bag. I'm all the time checking that I'm not leaving anything behind. In fact, the only thing that I would suggest in terms of passport is be very careful, because I've done it a few times and my heart has like stopped each time. And that is that sometimes when you need to check into hotels, you need to do like this self check-in with your passport, where you scan your own passport. The amount of times that I have got to my room and I've, like a long time has gone by, and then I've gone, sugar, I've left my passport in the scanning machine, on the basically, and then I've gone down, and obviously because it's Japan, it's still there, nobody's touched it, but it can happen so easily. That's really sad indeed. Roppongi for 2 years sounds rough, even though they have that Marlin's chippy. Like I said, some people are happy. I was not a fan of Roppongi. I stayed in Roppongi last year. I think it's got its charm for to a certain degree. I wouldn't choose to specifically stay there. I stayed there because when I was going to the TV Asahi thingy, it was TV Asahi is very close by. But yeah, to be in a Japanese family seems so hard and sad to me. I'm firstborn, so here I am. Tawada, I'm gonna start getting all of your quotes and I'm making a little book of like Tawada quotes. Amning7 of Oriental Pearl channel is an amazing person. Agree, 100%. I mean, I agree. She is a true seeker and embraces life. I mean, as somebody who knows her personally and hangs out with her quite a lot, she is just a very genuine person who has a lot of time for a lot of people. And I find that there's a lot of content creators out there who don't have time for people. And obviously, when you grow to a certain size, it's hard to connect with people. But she's a really good person with a really good head on her shoulders, I find. Having one of those over the front man bags has really helped me with security issues. I carry lots of cash, so I have to be careful. Yeah, depending upon Japan, I've been a man bag guy for years now. I notice more and more and more in Japan, people are wearing man bags. I know that in the USA, it's not seen as something that men should wear, but yeah, once you go man bag, you don't go back, do you? You just sort of, it becomes so comfortable living out of a man bag. She seems to use a different language to take advantage of people. I think this is wrong. I don't know, huh? I don't think she's taking advantage of anyone, personally. Hey, pilot lad. Have a good evening. Good night. Thanks for being here. I've actually never visited Roppongi in my trips to Tokyo. So many things to see in Tokyo. You know, Roppongi has some pretty good art galleries in that area, and there's also the Mori Tower? There, quite a good observation and deck, and also it's a pretty cool place to go out drinking. I'm not gonna lie, it's not terrible. Just very expatty. I just rely on being large and scary. It works for me. This is why I like to hang out with Dying Gol. By the way, Dying Gol, I was thinking back when myself and Dying Gol, we went to this pretty cool like back alley bar, and it was very bizarre because they didn't let us film for YouTube, but they let us they let us post for Instagram, but they didn't let us film for YouTube. I'm sure you remember that experience, right? So there's a little part that I recorded where Dying Gol gives some instructions on how to get to the bar. And I was thinking, you know, I wasn't going to put I'm not going to put it in the video, but I thought that just that little bit and a few other snippets of the video that I'm not going to make it into the main feature video for this weekend. I think I'm just going to share it for patrons, so that patrons can get access to additionally to that special bar, which is a pretty cool bar. It's hard to let go of the man bag, I agree. I have all my streaming gear, pocket, Wi-Fi, spare phone, cash, passports. Yeah. I'm the same as you, dude. Once you do man bag, it's like I carry a man bag with me here all the time. Bin. It's so far away, but Mitaka, Tokyo is so beautiful. Ooh. I'm not sure what you're meaning. If you're talking about the reaction videos, those are a few out of hundreds of interactions. She does those because the algorithm pushes those. Yes. I work for drinks. I know you do. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting video that's coming our way. Because Dying Gol, that video, obviously as we go along the video, our speech becomes more slurry. So yeah. Didn't have time to visit Roppongi, but I want to next time. One of my classmates from college is a Japanese lawyer and he works there. Seems like an interesting place. It is an interesting place. I don't think it's a terrible place. It's just maybe not a place that screams out, stay in Roppongi, make Roppongi a base. That it's not that kind of place. It doesn't make me want to recommend the area as a base. But there are areas very close to Roppongi which are quite nice. Bin was the name of the speakeasy in Ebisu. Bin, was it? I've already bought a shoulder bag at local Daiso for the next time in Japan. Would you wear it at home though? Bojo Pigeon, would you wear it at home? That's a question. Actually, mine is from Donkey also. Is it from Donkey? Did I buy mine from Donkey? I'm trying to remember when I bought mine. No. I bought mine from Yodobashi. That's where I bought mine from. I can tell you, Tawada, by the way, as somebody who's actually been there when she's interacting with people, that you see 2 seconds or 30 seconds of a clip, but she's had probably a very good, very positive, very meaningful interaction with the person that she's talking to, that then eventually ends up on the video. So even though you see 15 seconds, you might think that she's having fun with the Japanese. Actually, you know, she's had a good, really good interaction with the person before. She doesn't just go around trying to like just get an interact. You know, the interaction is there. When I've been with her, she has a full-on conversation with them. She doesn't just like record 15 seconds and go on to the next person. She gives her time. They have a really good interaction together, and most of the time they can see that she has a camera. They might not notice at the very beginning, but then they notice, and they sometimes even mention it, and they're fine with it. So I'd wear it to an anime convention. You should wear it now. Hey, hit the like, folks, and get this new channel monetized. Yes, please get this channel monetized. It's gonna be hard. It's mainly the watch hours, unfortunately. So one of the things that I will be doing when I go this trip in Japan is, I've said it before, I'm gonna be focusing more on shorts. So I'm already making a list of shorts that I want to film. And I'm going to be doing a lot of live streaming for the channel so that hopefully I can get monetized quicker. I think we're going to hit the 500 goal soonish. I don't know how many subscribers I have now, but I'm guessing I'm nearing 420 something. I'm guessing, or 420. But yeah. So for those of you who are joining in now, hi, I'm Nathan. I'm Ninja Monkey, and I can do this now. I just learned that we could do that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm Nathan. I'm Ninja Monkey, and I make content about Japan, about traveling, giving tips, etc. I have a main channel called Ninja Monkey. This one's called Happy Gaijin. I've said Ninja Monkey before. This one is called Happy Gaijin. It's a little bit more of a streaming vlog, a little bit more of a chill channel, but we're here to help each other. So if you do have any questions, travel questions regarding traveling to Japan, a lot of you have probably come here because you've seen some of my videos on Ninja Monkey. In fact, I have a question for those of you who are watching now. Some of you might be a little bit quiet there lurking in the chat, but I would really, really appreciate it if you could answer me this very simple question, one word or just a little phrase. And it can be the only thing that you say in the whole interaction. It's fine, but how did you find me? Did you find this stream or this channel via Ninja Monkey, or did you find it on its own? Have you come here for Happy Gaijin, or have you come here from Ninja Monkey? I would love to know. That would be pretty cool, just to know that. So bring it on. Answer the question, guys. I will be embarrassed to film anything with Japanese people. I think it's the other way around. She's showing the most gaijin don't bother to learn Japanese, and that's why some Japanese are surprised. That's true. Yeah, that is very true. Can I do a poll? How can I do a poll on here? Wait a minute, because I'm not. Can I do a poll? Oh yeah, I can do a poll. Let me try it. That's a good question. That's good. Came from Ninja Monkey channel. Found Happy Gaijin on its own. Okay, do that. How did you find Happy Gaijin channel? All right, there we go. I forgot I could do a poll. Ta-da! You can answer the question, guys. Even easier. Discord, Ninja, yay! There's a Japanese guy talking to people looking like Gaijin, but were born and or raised in Japan and are fluent in Japanese. From the main travel channel? Okay, cool. Since I watched the Ninja Monkey channel, a recommended video from this channel came up in my feed. Awesome. Hey, Michaela, you've been lurking quietly, haven't you? How are you doing, Michaela? Boy, oh boy, I found for Japan Ichiban and your Ninja Monkey channel. Thank you, Michaela. That guy, Japan Ichiban, you got to be careful with him, huh? Just saying. Just saying. She is a lurker. She's a lovely lurker, though. You told us about your channel on the Ninja Monkey stream, and Ninja Monkey was suggested because I watched so many Japan-related videos. Awesome. Cool. I'm just wondering, everybody here found it from Ninja Monkey channel from 11 votes. Okay, that's fine. In the past, I've got like a few other people that just found it on its own, which is pretty cool. You know that that baseball video has nearly 2,000 views, which I was not expecting at all for such a small channel. By the way, there's a poll going on for those of you who are joining in now. You can vote on the poll just to have an idea of how you found the channel, obviously. Ooh, let me just get some more drink. I went to for a jog just before this, by the way. Hello. Hello, am I back? Are we back? It says I'm live, but I don't know what's going on. Are we back? I don't know what happened, guys. I think I might have gone a little bit trigger happy and accidentally stopped the stream. Damn it, everyone. What's going on? Am I live? Just want to check. I don't know what happened, guys, but I do apologize for that. I might have accidentally accidentally stopped the stream out of my excitement or something. Hi Nathan, I'm always lurking and watching normally with Japan Ichiban. I am well. Hope you're well, and hi everyone in the stream. What's this? James Ross, thank you very much for the donation, James Ross. I don't know why it's not updating, but hey, I want to be the first to get fireworks on this channel. Okay, first of all, Jim Ross, you're going to get fireworks and... How was it? How was it? What was it? It was... How was it? This? I can't remember. All right, that confetti. This is for the super chat. Well, the PayPal. Okay, balloons. What? How did I do the balloons? Right, that does confetti. All right. That does what? Fireworks. Yay! I need to, by the way, I haven't forgotten Japan Ichiban. I think that's a pretty cool little video that we got from the last one. Ooh, it's in the background. But how did I do the balloons? How do I do the balloons? I did the balloons a minute ago. How did I do the balloons? Oh boy. Thanks, dudes. Thanks, Jim Ross. Yeah, I do apologize about the stopping the stream. I think I must have accidentally pressed it off or something. Logan's Ran, how you doing, Logan? Ario, how you doing? Actually, I haven't had... Ooh! Somebody found Happy Gaijin on its own. Interesting. That's pretty cool. Right, I'm going to put another poll, which is actually one of the questions that I wanted to ask you all. I had a question. I'm back. I have a question, and the question is this: if this is I'm starting to put some feelers out. I'm going to ask this question when we have a Ninja Monkey stream in the future. I'm going to start asking this question in the coming months. But the question is the following. Let me put it on a all right, this is the question. It's something that I've been thinking and toying around with. It's basically, if I was to do a Ninja Monkey or Happy Gaijin weekend tour at an Inaka experience, let's say Friday to Sunday, would you be interested in joining me if your trip was to coincide with when I'm in Japan? And I'm talking about this in the next 6 months or 8 months or whatever, because it's something that Mariko and myself want to put together. We want to put together a special, very unique, very sort of like curated experience where we will take you to on an experience where we'll take you to Ashikaga. We'll give you a proper, like 1 or 2 night, probably a 2-night experience where we'll take you to the temple, the shrine, sort of thing. We'll do some, maybe even some farmy sort of things where we'll collect our own crops. We'll maybe even make mochi. Making mochi we were talking about, and then having like a proper local, with the locals there, the farmers there, and the locals there, basically having a barbecue, and that sort of thing. You know, like also obviously having a little bit of free time. But the whole idea is that to give you something that's very local. You know, to meet local people. And to have probably like a group of like 10 people or something like that, no more than 10, I'm guessing, staying in cool accommodation, in a ryokan style, very Japanese, and doing those very cool experiences. Something that we're sort of working on, something that we are starting to sort of like talk about, plant the seeds, and it would also be sort of like a Ninja Monkey get together at the same time, if that makes any sense. So that's something that we would like to work on, and it's obviously going to be dependent on specific dates. So if this happens, I will obviously announce it months in advance so that those people who are traveling to Japan can fit it into their itinerary. And the reason why we were saying of doing it over the weekend or doing it over a very short amount of time, because everyone I know as a traveler going to Japan, that it's very difficult to find time. When you're in Japan, you usually have your itinerary quite tight, especially if you're going for 2 weeks. So if we can come up with a like a hyper focused 2 nights, 3 day sort of thing that you can fit into the middle of your itinerary. For example, if you're in Tokyo for a week and you can spare 2 nights, and it would obviously mean that you don't have to pay for 2 nights of accommodation in Tokyo, because you'd be in Ashikaga, for example, then you'd have this super cool, very unique, very local experience, and that's something that we're just sort of toying around with right now, just for your information. More to follow. Back in December, Towada. Hopefully we can meet up, by the way. Maybe just one hand. Let's try one hand. It's not doing anything. JJI. Now the question is, can I program it to do things like? Wait a minute. 2 hands. No. That one we know. That one. No. I don't know. That one we know. That one we know. Okay. Row the Evil. Yes. If countryside, just Chiba Prefecture. But I can't stand the countryside people. They speak dialect. I can't understand them. You're too funny, dude. You're too funny. I think that would be something I'd be interested in. However, the bottom line is always the bottom line, as in how much it will cost. When airfare, etc. is added, I'd suggest midweek, couple of days. Yeah, the whole idea really, Jim, obviously it's something that when I go to Japan now, I'll be talking to Mariko about potentially doing it, maybe even as far as in the next 6 months or the next 9 months sort of period, because obviously these things need planning, and these are the kind of things that you want to do properly. When it comes to cost, I wouldn't want to be like, I would want to do it more to promote the area, to help local people out, and also at the same time having a little bit of a meetup. So as far as I'm concerned, I think that as long as the money is sort of covered my time, I'd be happy. But what I'm talking about here, what's the bottom line? And the whole idea is that you can fit it into an itinerary that you already have, basically. That's basically what I'm thinking. Even if it's midweek, even if it's 2 nights, or even if it's 1 night, go, leave in the morning, spend 1 night and come the following day. As long as it's something that is hyper focused, I think it's very doable. People don't want to come to Japan and spend a week doing a farm stay or an inaka stay. People have their own plans, so you need something that's really hyper. You want it to be like an experience, basically, like an additional thing that you do when you're in Japan. Living in Japan, I can't say it's so cheap, but I hate being away from the city. People there don't even speak standard Japanese. What do they speak, Tawada? What do they speak? Dude. I suggest a Ninja Monkey shocks Inaka people by speaking dialect video. Are you making fun of me? Tawada, will you teach me some dialect, some Japanese dialects, so that I can do that video? That would be quite funny. Aomori is the worst. Really interesting. Ooh. Anyway, any last questions? I will start putting this stream to an end. And if you have any last questions, anything interesting that you want to share, then now is your chance. Don't forget that there will be a stream on Sunday as always, and fingers crossed we'll have Alan on it this time. Last Sunday it just didn't work out the way, partly my fault to be honest, but I hadn't realised that it was the 1st of October. But I think it worked out for the best because Alan had his own things going on. But yeah, Sunday, fingers crossed, Alan will be on, and it will be a fun stream. And obviously, fingers crossed, we'll have the Dying Goal crazy video coming up. That's going to be a fun one. I left a little bit of a sneaky peek on the Discord if you haven't already checked out the Discord. And I'm wondering if anybody has received any of my packages. I am wondering because I'm guessing that it's been over a week now. It's been like a week now since I sent it. So I'm guessing if it's been a week, then should be any day now. Hopefully. On that note, everyone's a little bit quiet now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the donation, by the way. Let me just do the. I need to find out how to do the balloons. Maybe I need to search. Let's see if I can figure it out. Right, let's try some of these things. Ah, wait a minute. If I do a peace sign by itself. No? What? Yay! That's it. So if I do a peace sign, I get balloons. Okay. What else do I have? Peace sign. What else do we have? Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Oh, I'm supposed to be able to do hearts also. No? Hearts. Okay, hearts. Fireworks is 2 thumbs up. I'm going to forget all this. Fireworks is 2 thumbs up. Well, yeah, fireworks is 2 thumbs up. Oh, what's this? Rain. 2 thumbs down and it rains. Guys, this is awesome. I can have so much fun with this. Balloons is a confetti, we know. Oh, laser bursts. Laser bursts, that's an interesting one. Anything else? I think that's it. That is it. But that was kind of fun. And now that I've learned how to do those things, I guess that you can decide which one you want. If you ever donate, you can say like laser bursts, balloons, confetti, and we'll do it. I'm guessing Frog Lady is flying or just arrived. Alan has at least 1 female fan, so I've heard. Anyway, guys, I think that will be. But it was cool. Now that I've learned how to do the It would be cool if it was like a waving hand. Is it supposed to do something? I swear I fixed freaking Nightbot already. I went onto Nightbot. Ah, I know why, guys. Because I fixed Nightbot on Ninja Monkey, but I didn't fix Nightbot on Happy Gaijin. That's why. I changed the settings on Nightbot for the Ninja Monkey channel. For the live streams on Ninja Monkey, I took off all, I made it more strict, sorry. And I didn't do it for the Happy Gaijin, so I do apologize. I need to go and do that. So I'm going to try and do that now. On that note, everyone, thanks for watching. Once again, thanks for your donations. I don't know why they didn't update. I'll do this one last time. I'll do this one last time. And everyone, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Stay positive and be a happy gaijin. See you soon.